Mastery level 30, where you'll be rewarded with a gold diamond flare and a full reaction set of that character. As for moving up the track itself, different leaps and bounds happen in different ways. Sorry, Tech.
All right, let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are excited. That's right, we're going to talk about that new addition to the game, Character Mastery. Now, for those who don't know who I am, I'm Ken, the Super Tech God. That gentleman you guys heard of that have every variant in the game, that is me. That's right, been playing this game since May of 22, back in the beta days. And because of this event that we will just say now, the Nexus event, I was able to get a bunch of resources which allowed me to get these variants and keep up with the variants in the game. Back then, they weren't rare, super rares. There was just one variant and it was one price. And of course, there weren't much things in the collection track to kind of, get you away from what you really wanted, which was variants. So I was able to get a plethora of variants on the collection track in the early days, which lead me to now having the resources, of course, still putting money in the game to get every variant to where we are now and today with these stats right here. Variants, splits, and my percentage. Now, looking at percentage, you guys are like, Tech, should have every variant in the game. Every variant? Every variant. I am missing 3. The first one, of course, is Bink's Spectrum. Next is Jeff Hoagland's Electra. And last is the newest cable that was in the collector's vault. I was working on the Sam Wilson video, didn't get a chance to play and missed that one. Nonetheless, hopefully these variants come out in the future, and I can tell you guys I'm 100% complete. But until then, I'm not. Needless to say, that's still enough to talk about what we're talking about now, and that's Character Mastery. From back in the beta days, we've been hearing about things like this, excited and waiting, could not wait, and the day finally arrived. So it's been about a week. I want to make sure I test everything out, see what it's all about before I give my honest opinion, because I believe my opinion matters. You guys can tell me otherwise in the comments down below, but I believe it does. So I want to make sure I give you guys the right opinion, and I want to make sure I did the research and my due diligence before I give said opinion. Starting with the first night, we had about 500 people in the chat, and we had a poll. The poll was, Tech, how much of these will be at max level from the start? We started with the, 1 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30. We had 70 plus was the last one. Everybody, majority of people chose that number, 70 plus. I assumed around that number or even more. There are a ton of cards in the game, have every variant, and based on It's Guess Gaming video and the blog, you need splits and variants to get XP to get your card up that track to max level 30. All right, so that's what it is. That's what it takes. I have both. I have splits and I have every variant. All right, feeling confident, feeling excited, and let's see what number we stopped at. 21. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I was able to drink after this at 21 cards. I'm sorry. That's it. Yeah, that's it, guys. 21 cards. I was as shocked as you guys. Yes, I did have some other cards after that at 29, 28, 27, but it still blew my mind that the gentleman that split all these cards have every variant. 21 cards. Now, I'm not upset, wasn't disappointed, was just shocked. I said to myself, maybe I don't understand exactly how this works. So again, do my due diligence. Let me look at the blog, look at the video again, check the numbers, see how this makes sense. So I looked at 2 of the cards. We'll take a look at them together. We have Deadpool, who was at max 30 from drum. Interesting. Haven't played Destroy or in a long time, but especially with Deadpool, but nonetheless, maxed out. Okay, why? I have every variant for Deadpool, no problem. Splits, not many. Got a couple, not a lot. All right, it's cool, makes sense. Got splits, got all the variants, 30. Let's go to Sunspot, card I played the most alongside Infinite, my favorite card in the game. Let's check what Sunspot has. 25. Okay, Sunspot has a plethora of variants. I have them all. I split Sunspot many of times, more than Deadpool. Why is this the case? And that's when I had to go and do my homework. Guest sent me this chart, Magneto Spider-Man, kind of explained to me. I'll try to break it down that Magneto has more variants, who are more rare, super rares. Ultimate Spider-Man has this, that, and the third. If you look at it that way, ladies and gentlemen, it all depends on the rares, the super rares, and the ultimates versus just a plethora of rare variants. And Sunspot is one of those cards that have a plethora of rare variants. So it makes sense why Deadpool has promotion variants and super rares and rares, and that's why I was able to get him at 30. And Sunspot has just a bunch of rares and probably one, I believe, promotional variant. So that makes sense when you look at it that way as to why Deadpool is at max, Sunspot is not. But it still doesn't feel good, right? Still doesn't feel good. So no worries. Let's not harp on that. Let's go ahead and continue playing the game, seeing the cool finishes and flares in the game. Because before Character Mastery, we had a few finishes and a few flares, right? The flares we had Tone, Glimmer, Stardust, and Crackle. And of course, we had our wonderful foil, Prism, Ink, and Gold. Then of course, when you mix and match those cards with the crackle and it matches the border and the color and everything, you consider that a God split. That's what we started with. And the not issue, but the thing was, you and I can have the same God split. So it didn't really feel It didn't feel like, hey, my card's special. But now, for Character Mastery, we have a plethora of finishes and flares, and your card can actually be unique to you, depending on the variants and the splits. Okay, so hear me out here. This wonderful new addition to the game, the question we all had, especially myself, was who does it reward? We can't say rewards the player for playing the most with them. It doesn't reward the whales who brought all the variants, and it sure doesn't reward the wonderful whales that split the card hundreds of times, like Chase and Snap Collection King. Call their names out because they are the Collection Kings. I'm at collection level 59K. They're at 100 and change, 160, etc. And they, I believe, based on what I heard from chats, 30, 35 was their max. So who is this really for? Now, I think it's for everybody who wants to be different, right? Who wants their cards to look special compared to everybody else. And I get that, no problem. But at what cost, right? Because to buy every variant in the game, now, not back when we had Nexus event, where we were able to get a ton of resources, use the resources, get the variants, and keep the resources, because Second Den is awesome like that. Loved you guys for that. But now, to get the majority of variants, you're gonna have to spend money. To split your card 87 times, to get to the 30 level mastery like for King E-Tree and these other cards, you gotta spend a ton of money for that. And I don't think that's something everybody wants to do. So my advice, like I said to chat at that moment, was that we live in a world today where we want to, have everything maxed out. We want to have a full collection. We want to have the best this, the best that. We want to have those options. Don't do that here. Don't do that here. I'm not gonna tell you how to spend your money. I am not a financial advisor, but I believe you should focus on the cards, or 12 cards, especially if you like Destroy, you like Negative, you like Hella. You focus on that core package and get those cards to Mastery level 30. Easy to say for me, understood, but not really. But nonetheless, I think that's where your focus should be. If you have one card you love to the max, that's the one you go ahead and try to level up. Now, I did read a bunch of comments and concerns on the Discords, on the Twitters, everywhere in the chat, and people were very upset. They don't play with one card, but they have that card max. They play with Thor nonstop. Thor has nothing. I get it. Trust me. I understand. I did my due diligence. I'll leave links to the blog down below, and you can kind of get a better understanding as to why this happens, right? It's based on, of course, the variants of that card, whether it be super rare, rare, ultimate, and of course the splits that you have for that card. And before we dive into the verdict, make sure we're all on the same page one last time. Now, for the XP to grow for your card, you need to have either splits or have the super rare, ultimates, etc. for variants of that card. That is it. That is the only ways to get XP for your card to go up that character mastery track. Okay? And who is this for? Again, it is for the players that want their decks or that card to be different than anybody else's. Yes, that includes all the banana splits that you can ever think about. Yes, you get the joke. Hope you get that dad joke. Banana split. Yeah, we there? All right, so you guys are with me. I want to give my honest feedback on this entire thing. We waited long enough. It got pushed back a couple of times. Some, not their fault. Some, of course. And finally, it arrived. Everybody was excited, especially yours truly. And we were met with this version of it. Let me take you guys back to variant edits. When we were able to switch our borders around, add splits that we had for that card to that card. When it first came out, we were excited because finally we can have a whole deck list with gold borders, yellow border, whatever you want. And we're able to buy borders. Fun time. But we were upset, a few of us, or disappointed rather, that we could not take the split we had from one variant within that collection of that card and put it on another variant of that card. Meaning, if I had a gold split on Infinite from Pandar, I couldn't take that gold split and put it on the base art or the Flaviano version of the Infinite. If I got a gold split on Infinite Flaviano, then I can go ahead and change only how I wanted it for the Flaviano Infinite. So that first version, we felt away. We said our piece, our voice was heard, and by version 2 or 3, finally, we can take that split from the Pandart, put it on the Flaviano. We're all happy, we're all praising. Thank you for that. What did that do for us? That stopped us from splitting cards. Now, is that a bad thing? Of course not. We can save credits for other things. Save gold for bundles that comes in the shop once in the blue. We can use our credits for other things in the game, and we don't have to split crazy, right? Because once we got that one split we want, apply it to the other card. Now, this is the first version of Character Mastery. So I need everybody to just be patient. Speak your mind. Let Second Dinner and the team know how you feel and give some awesome ideas. Let's not just bash, our frustrations or how we feel about what we got. Because it is technically a free addition to the game. Yes, we all know what Mastery is about. If you played any other games, Mastery is a bit different than what we have here. As I understand Mastery to be from playing Tekken, because I'm a King player, you guys know, Loopy, I'm talking to you. We take our main player and we play through the ranks and we get Mastery for that player. That gives us name tags, costumes, move set lists, everything. Make our fighter look unique. And that's something we're looking for when it comes to Character Mastery and Snap. Now, I hold Snap to very high standards. Snap is the best card game on the market, so we expect the best. And I understand, I should say, we can't retro how many times we play with a card. But I think going forward, the fact that we play with cards and we get boosters at the end of the game, that should be an indication or some metric that we can use to say this card should get X XP on the track. Fair? I think it's fair. You guys let me know down in the comments below. Because when you want to talk about mastery, you want to talk about something that you play and win with. Something that you took the time and build and play. You've been playing Destroy since launch, and that's all you play. all your destroy cards should have enough XP up the track to get you level 30. So your one destroy deck is maxed out, pimped out, dressed fly like I'm trying to right now. I don't know how difficult that is to develop in the game. Yes, I'm in technology. I'm more in cybersecurity, networking, and cloud, not in the dev area. I do work with a lot of devs. I didn't want to ask them any questions. It's not my area of expertise, nor am I the one to do that, but I can give my feedback. And I think Second Dinner, I know you guys are watching, appreciate it. That's something we should think about adding to the next version of Mastery, which is being able to get XP for our cards a different way, not just by splits or by variants. It's Guess Gaming gave a great idea on our podcast last week. He said, hey, what if instead of the new location day, we have 24 hours to play with said cards and get XP for every time we win? I think that's a great idea. You get more people to open the game, more people be excited to play on that day, right? Because currently people do not play on the new location day, but you get more people to play the game, have a good time, and get XP for the cards they like. I think that's a fabulous idea. But something in that realm is what we need for our next version of Character Mastery. Chat, I implore you guys, I challenge you guys, leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. How can we get Character Mastery to where we want it to be? My final verdict of Character Mastery as it stands a week from its release, it gets a silver from me. Now, the way I rank things, you guys haven't watched the podcast, we have plastic for the worst thing on the planet. Silver means, it's all right. It's not the greatest, but it's okay. Gold, it's meh, right in the middle. Platinum, now we're cooking with grease. And diamond is the best of the best. So we kind of sometimes give it double for the half mark, right? So if it's double silver, it's 0.5 with it, double gold, it's almost there to platinum. This is straight out of silver. Why is it a silver? Because of everything I mentioned before. No other way to get XP for the cards that you play with besides getting variants and splits. And even if you do get all the variants, like yours truly, STG, shout out to my wrestling fans out there, you have to have super rares, ultimates, etc. for that card, or it'll just be sitting there in, limbo. 25 trying to get to 30. So that's my take. I hope you guys understand. Second thing, I hope you guys are listening. The fans, the people who enjoy the game, are happy with Character Mastery because we get all this fly stuff. And we love all this. This is fun. Fantastic. But what we don't like is the ways to get there. And I think you guys understand. I think you guys see it. And we understand you guys put this out for us because we've been waiting for it. So we appreciate it. Thank you so much for it. But now we got to do just a little more. And that's my take. If you guys have any other idea, very constructive idea. Again, do not go and bash Second Dinner and the team. Give some great ideas on how you feel we can better Character Mastery, get it to platinum and diamond where we know it could be. Please leave a comment down below. With that being said, if you guys have any questions, want any discussions, anything you want to talk about, you can catch me here, you can catch me there, practically everywhere. All right? Thanks for watching. Peace.